Hey everyone, Nicola Light, remembering you back into the light. I've got orbs flying everywhere. I don't know if you can see that. I'm come on to finish this particular subject off. So I did 2 videos yesterday, one for my Patreon, which was about the central column of light, and then the other one which I did, which was about the third eye, the esoteric connection to and understand the third eye connection to the lower body. So it's one of those sort of things that that we can push through our minds into a sense of wisdom. So please take what I'm saying, that it is from my perspective. I don't have any intelligence of understanding of mind through taking any courses, reading any books with any of this. It's all ignited in a sense of my wisdom within, and then I bring forward light codes to assist me to remember, and then I translate that information. So a lot of my content is like that. So if you're new to my channel, just bear with me, because sometimes I take a little bit of time to unpack what it is that I'm being shown. Sometimes I get the information prior to doing the video, and sometimes I do it during the video. So in this case, it's going to be during the video. If you want to join me on my Patreon, check that out. There's a link here if you want to have a little look, or link below. If you're new to light language as well, I've got a couple of courses on Udemy, and there's some referral links below on that. And check out all of the playlists that I've got, as well as all my lives. So let us go into the subject of moving up from the third eye heart connection into the crown. I got a message today from a beautiful soul sister of mine called Paula, and she was asking about her ascension symptoms, which are at the moment, which is about dizziness. So I really want to sort of tap into the crown, and why esoterically is it affecting the physical body in the sense of being dizzy. So I'm just going to rub this off, and then we get down into the video. Before I rub this off, look at the nose. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny? Wait a minute. I'm just thinking how to do a noise. Let's just do a snozzer. That's probably just a oh my god. Okay. Pen's ready. Let's get this esoteric stuff started. So when we look at the crown, we're thinking to ourselves, well, what is a crown? It's on the head, isn't it? It's the head chakra. It's the one that sits at the top here. Okay. It's one that sits at the top here. What we've got already, we've got third eye, and then we've got the throat chakra, which is linked up to the jawline. Oh, we haven't got a mouth. Could be smelly. It's linked up into the jawline here, and then we've got some little weights here. Okay, right, done. Elamakiatan asibakiat and ayalakiant o karakterisimakiatan a karabarisia kuyonamakushmakiatan. Elamasiuba kreteni iskia. Elamakraterisianto karatrisma karaterishna. Elakiantaderishna. Elamakarabisumakushmakiatan. And as we spoke about the video before, it links up to the heart and into the third eye. So we're going to reinstate this into this beautiful illustration of who you truly are. Now, alamakiant of Rabakianta, aspikiant of retikit end et on Grabatic end Grabatic biscuit of Grabitan Teresa, of Grabitu Grabitani biscuita. So that's just that up there, right? It's just conscious, it's just, it's consciousness. Kiata bakia laki on kala wispin takai ina lekoine it wana kala ismagiata loma kala it miscute on va kreterishne qua and a boo beautiful light body runs round there. Okay. 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, and we've not got anywhere yet. Okay, done. Okay, take a deep breath in and accept any of these codes to ignite the remembrance from within. Your own inner wisdom will start to spark. So we have the physical body and we have the energetic body. Did you see that one up there? And then you then have the internal system, which is the central column of light, interacting with the head unit. There's the embodied state with the arms going off as little attachments. So we've got a body and we've got a head. Da alamakianto ta anamasubakianta alabesamakiatanto kolabasipokola and ed and ed and ed and at and ak and ed and og and ed od and ed and at and ed and od and ed and at ak ed and og and og gratita vankudabakianto go oshmakieta. Okay, my ego's going, what was that all about then? Download of information. So this is the process which I use. So there's obviously a reason why I'm doing this during the video, so that you can do this too. You know, it's not just me. We all can do it. Yeah. So can you see that the eyes are pulling down into physicality, an activation of the third eye remembrance? It's linking down to my heart system and moving energy around the top of my head. So I'm starting to sort of do a download, if you know what I mean. Do a download. My grandma would say, but it doesn't matter. It's the words, isn't it? Words, spelling. We're igniting the wisdom. That. So everything holds an energy. A spoken words holds an energy, but it is a devolved energetic pulse that is a spoken word. It comes from the lips of man and woman that stand upon the land. It is the word of that of light that is that of the higher frequencies, of the remembrance of the soul's journey. Or if it is not expressed through that of voice, it is expressed from the connection to the higher realms of inner standing as you ignite the light within with the light that is without. The movement of the conjunction of the setting of the remembrance comes from higher realms of knowing. The perception of higher is not in absolute. It is coming from an inward reflection of self, but it is outwardly, but it is also inwardly. That's what they want to talk about, Da. So it's an innie outie. Like a belly button. You could have a belly button that's an innie, and you could have one that's outie. But we want to talk about an innie outie belly button area. So it's where the solar plexus is. So round about that point of juncture, which is the setting of the multiverse, which is the movement of energy from without to within and within to without. It is the interaction that we are talking about here. Okay. With the perception of our navigational systems, we hold a sense of where we are at, and where we are at within the system is a point of navigation. So we perceive ourselves to be, so I'm in Sweden at this moment, I perceive to be in this body, in this room, talking to you in this now moment as a result of a point of navigation. I see where I am at in time and space. This is an important component for the inner standing, for the rise of the human mind to accept the position of where you are at. It is a navigational process that we are going to be speaking about here, and the interaction with that of your experience. The downloading of information that is held within the system is coming from that center point, which is that what we call around that solar plexus area, the belly button. It is a point of the umbilical cord that connects to that of the mother. It is mother that is the yearning of a creation of a human embodied state comes from an interaction with two embodied states, but it is embodied into the body of the female. Okay, they're taking this back into the, we've unpacked this. So I'm trying to find my words, and the channeling's a little bit. Bear with me. Okay, there's a relevance here. The information what they're bringing forward as a result of the interaction with our reality is as a result of who we perceive ourselves to be, but it's through time and space. We're going a little bit off, but we're going to come round, all right? So bear with me. So if we got a mummy and daddy that loves each other very not, or maybe not, and they create a child, the child comes forth in physicality through the birth canal of mother, and the connection to that of mother is through the umbilical cord. So when we looked into the heart and then moved down to the solar plexus, and that the video that I did with the that particular thing which is on Patreon, for those that can access that, have a little look into that again, because this belly button sort of process, this point of focus of so we have mother and we have father. Okay, they create here a dot within. From their dot within to their dot within, they download the information, and there then is a little baby. But this point here is pivotal to the understanding of all of this, because this is within and this is without. The perceived idea of reality is up here. We look at it, we say higher, which is then from where we see ourselves to be. So from a perception of a reality, which is the navigation, is like we're going to go like north, south, west, on east, and then you then say, okay, where am I at? And then we have then time, and we have space. So the location, and which is this, the location, space also. So this is a location as well, isn't it? So we have location, where am I at for this information to come in? We have a matter of time. We also have space. So we're looking at dimensions as well. Okay, and realms. So our perception of our reality, when we look at all of this information moving into the crown of the body that moves down into the data of the third eye, that then moves into communication of throat, anchors down into heart, and then solar plexus, and then into the lower body. Okay, done. Has to have an inner standing of where you're at for you to access this information, is to find a point of connection. There has to be a point of connection for you to receive the information. All right. So if we look at this point of focus upon the crown, which sits on top of the head, has a navigational system that sits here. This is like the 8th chakra. This links down into throat, and Erkiat. It also links down into heart, and it links down into solar plexus. Yeah. Da. This is like a platform. Bong. Kionadaris imikwan etwalakiatan of rabitzin kirisiuvretegenemispiakianta. It is where you can be found. It is a place of navigation. It is a point of focus. It is to say, where is Nicola? She is here. This platform is a point of the energetic field that allows a navigation to be found. So for you to be found, this needs to be light. this needs to be lit up. Okay, if there is a capping of the system, which is the distortion which I've talked about, then there is this that comes in. All right, there's a sort of a shady block within the system that disallows the connection. So the connection's coming in from the top here. It's going boom in and go like, yeah, we can see her. We can see her. There she is. There she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah, we can find her. See her. Pop. Can't reach, because there's this that goes on over the top, which cannot ignite this, that cannot ignite this, that cannot ignite this, that cannot ignite this, that cannot ignite this, because this is in the way. Da. Elamakiat and o karabakit en espekiota. Varabiskioto karabakianta. Akai smilekiota danakiota. But what happens is that the energy of a lower vibration that happens in the lower body, the fire of the body starts to spark a little with a trauma. Bang. Okay, it ignites a little bit as it moves up into the solar plexus, and it starts to create a little bit of fire. This interacts up here, right? Which then sends a signal here. This then sends a signal up. Mayday, mayday, mayday. I'm blocked. And then what happens is that this starts, this starts to falter. Okay, and then a little bit, speck by speck, you create these little navigational systems that enable the piercing of the light to come up from your position and also down from our guidance, our navigational system. Levels of consciousness can get through the barrier, basically. And when it comes through the barrier, it will also come through the barrier of the inward reflection, because remember I said it's an outward job as well as an inward job. Your inner light starts to ignite up, and the outward forces start to ignite the system, because we have availability to get this sparking system happening. Also, we've got Gaia at the bottom here. She's started to spark up a light. So not only have we got a bombardment from here, from planetary systems, from levels of consciousness, from star families, all of this bombardment is starting to come in, which is starting to start to take this away. All right. Once that starts to go completely, then what happens is that the crown then starts to fully download. When the crown starts to fully download, the physical body starts to feel the downloaded data frequency. And if you've got at the top of the head a sense of a funnel, it's going to come in, it's going to hit the top of the head, and you're going to go like, oh, I've got a headache. Oh my God, I've got a headache. Oh, I feel a little bit dizzy. Because there's this bombardment of energy that's coming in that you're not clearing. Ooh, ow. clearing your energy. We must have a practice, guys. I speak about this all the time. I've spoken about this for years, right? Have a practice. Clear this energy off the top of your head. Even if you haven't sparked your ignition. Yoga, so Sarah, that I've done practice with. And if you want to access those videos that I've done with her, they're on Patreon. You can download that information. They're on there. They're a very minimal fee, and that gives you an understand. Or check out her her details down below. There's a bottom bar of all the different people that that have small YouTube channels and are growing. So please go and look at Sarah's work. So she's a master yogi, and she knows. And this is, we yogis do this. It's a it's an instinctual thing for me to do, and you probably want to do that yourself. But it is actually a practice that you can actually use, which is a learned mind yogic practice. When I actually found out about that, I was like, that's good, isn't it? I've been doing that for years. So you clear and you kickstart this chakra at the top here. You're clearing it. So it helps and assists the growth and the availability for the crown to start to kick into a higher frequency to enable it to bring in that. But we also need to have this running so that it's not getting a backup system. So the system's not being backed up here because this is starting to ignite more. So it's having balance throughout the whole central column of light that is going to be interacting with the physical body, that then is then creating a sense of dizziness and headaches. Does that make sense? I do hope this makes sense to you. If this is one of your first videos on my work, you're probably like, what's she all about? But there's lots of information that you can tap into, okay? Oh, got more light. All you have to do is just push the button. See? Same thing. All you have to do is... Oh, no, I'm charging my phone at the same time. Now, let me put this on. So I need to get my little wire and I need to plug it in so that I can then switch this on for the light to stay on to the brightest so you get a clearer viewpoint. Okay, same thing. Plug in, have your practice, kickstart this 8th chakra, make it nice and clear as you go up the central column of light, bring it in into the head unit, allow it to connect here at the nape of the neck into the central column of light. Allow the downloads to come into the insight, the third eye, which links down into the heart. And then as that links down to the heart, it will be able to push down into the solar plexus. There's the expansion of energy that is moving through you. There's the ignition into the lower body, where we can clear through the energetic fields, through the energetic bodies, the emotional bodies. We can lift the mind control off of the system. We then start to expand deeper. You see how it's sort of like it's a journey within it. It's a movement within the ignition of all of these centers that get stronger and stronger and stronger. But if it's interacting with the physical body, which it will do because it's within the body, then you're going to get an ascension symptom. You're going to get little heart flutters. You're going to get little sort of like belly aches and not able to eat all that you want to eat, which you used to eat, but you can't eat anymore. You're going to get little bits of headaches. You're going to get a little bit of imbalance. Because your grounding needs to be sort of worked upon and upgraded. So everything is about upgrading the system to enable the body to upgrade itself. The more that your energetic field is coming online, the more you need to have an awareness of it so that you can clear the unit, clear the physical body of all the distortion. So it only makes sense, doesn't it, is to keep your flowing systems flowing. If you're not, you're going to get a backup, you're going to get a headache, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. It's going to be within your reality or where you are at in your location and in your time and in your space. There's going to be an interaction with all that you are. Then it moves into multidimensionality. Is there an interaction as you're rising in your vibration that you're actually then moving into a deepening of understanding, which is far from this physical state? You're moving into the quantum field, into past lives, into the deep cellular structure of the body, into different realms, into different beingnesses of who you are as you spark in that remembrance, that wisdom within. All of this is going to intensify within your wisdom journey of light. The movement as you come online, as you come online, as you come online, we must be aware of our esoteric self to enable us to see whether there is an esoteric block, whether there's an esoteric side of an interaction with the physical body that needs to be released from the physical body. So the breath is important. All of these things all come together. The more that you can deepen into all of this stuff, the easier it becomes. But it's about remembering how to do it in the first place. I do hope that these videos are of assistance, even if it's for one person. And if that's you're the one person, then pop the comments below, because I love to see that I am assisting in that. You know, I'm here. This is what I'm here to do. Is part of my mission work is to, whatever I see within my own experience, is I share immediately. And you can see within my video content, sometimes I'm not actually fully aware of it, but then I deepen into it, but then I deepen into it again, and I deepen into it again, until I'm comfortable about the whole subject, which is where I'm at now with several subjects, but not to the depth of it. So this information I'm coming forward with is to my capability of my now moment to offer it to you as a sense of, there is my presentation. You check in with whatever resonates with you. Be empowered. Don't say, oh, well, Nicola says so. No, what do you say? What do you say as a result of my perspective? Then. Ela makiantad ale bisimoka la kiantada askiata. Ela makos makit and ekara pitukrata. Amokos nakit en ewa karete isimakiot. There is no more time for mucking about. Okay? There is no more time for mucking about. It is time that we have our practice, that we become masters of our energetic bodies. We then fit into and align to all the synchronicities of the universe that have been presented for us to enable us to rise and shine, to rise and shine, to rise and shine. Together we rise. There is no competition here. We share, we collaborate, we move forward, we balance, we morph, we change, we evolve. We get off the platform of comfortability into the depths of the darkness. We must do our shadow work to release from that distorted illusionary field for our awakening into the true beingness of who we are. And that's not going to happen with anybody judging anybody, blaming anybody, or doing any of that stuff. So if you don't quite get it, look at yourself through this process of, you need to see your own light and light in others. I don't know where that come from. I don't know who that was for. Cool. Crikey. It's a little bit like... So that's a message for somebody out there. Let me know if it's you. Yeah. So it's about having compassion. Thank you. There's no more time for mucking about. They're saying that again. It's a message there. Procrastination. Maybe if I do this or I don't do that, or I haven't done this yet, or I haven't... No, not having it. No more excuses. Okay, you got this. When would you be ready? When would you be ready? So let's just let this settle. It's a little bit longer video than what I expected it to be. Expect the unexpected. Da, ina makiatan of karbakit and karabesubakiatam, abushumakiatana akiatam, ilamasubakiantada asianakiatam. You know where you are. You know where the time is in your space. You know who you are from a human mind perspective. Let us open up the wealth of inner knowing, sense of knowledge within, which we call wisdom. Okay, we must see, we must see, we must see to enable us to rise, to rise, to rise, and then honour through the journey, through the process of that remembrance into the light. Okay, Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I do hope that assists you. Check out all the details below. If you want to work with me one-to-one, then you can look at my website, which is nicolalight.com. I do have a special during May, which is an hour's call, which has just been reduced for you. If you want to join me for a little bit of spring cleaning. I also have a mentoring program that I don't always have up on my site, but do message me if you want to come into that. That's an 8 program, so we go through the depths of it. If you want to ignite your light language or understand light language a little bit more, which is absolute gold dust once you do, and honestly, it's like winning the lottery, it truly is. If you want to know more about that, please check out my online courses. They're at a minimal fee. They're not expensive. High Self wanted it to be accessible. And also my groups. I've got a group coming up on the 1st of June and the 7th of June for a light language group. So check those out. Join me on Patreon also. It's a free membership there, as well as tiers if you want to support me on my journey. I've just literally just did a little video on there free. So go check those out. We've got loads, no excuses. Whether it's free stuff or whether you want to invest in yourself, I'm here of service. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Hit that subscriber button as well. I'm coming up to 5,000 subscribers, and many of people don't hit that subscribe button, so please help me rise into that so that more of this content can get out for others to see. Okay, take care everyone. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.